Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the next of the Zeta Legends Combiner Superion. So we got Air Raid and Skydive here. I have no idea what their actual names were, or whatever. Their third-party names, I do not know. Nor do I care. You guys know me. So they do come with the feet. Nothing much to write home about here, so feet. These are a lot better than the other two. So they got the guns that plug into the bottom side, and then much like the other two, though, they are essentially just either heavy retools of each other, or just share the engineering. So we're just going to do them at the same time. So they got the guns that plug underneath. QC issues on these guys too. We'll see what pops out as we go, but yeah, there's his jet mode. Looks pretty good. And here's looks pretty good. Very, very much G1-esque. And then we'll just get right into transformation. Let's see, I think he actually has landing gear. Maybe. No. Just the nubs. It looks like he kind of has fold-out landing gear, but it doesn't function. So that opens. So if you want that, you can do that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get him transformed. So start off by untabbing this, and then you can open this up, and this will help fold this out to the back. Pull this out to the back like that. Untab the wings, and then we slide the legs down. These will fold down. Before they do, we should flip out the feet. Rotate them forward. Forward. Split the legs. And then collapse that in. And then I believe these guys, we can actually fold the swing in all the way, and then like that. Alright. And then these come out like this. And so the other ones, if you remember, the arm ones, you pulled them out, and you had to like take the whole torso apart and get those to line up. These are on their own hinges, so you can see it just kind of like automorphs out, which is pretty cool. Fold those down, flip out the hands. These hands are one piece, so they do not fall apart. It's like they learned so many lessons from the arm bots. I don't know the order of which these came out, but at $50 a pop, those arm bots just unforgivable. So flip this up, rotate this around, close that up, and now we can just clean up the backpack. So like this, and then fold this up, and just kind of get it to. There's these two tabs here and here. They can slide into these slots here and here. And one of my tail fins, that one, it's pretty loose, so it usually comes off. But luckily, in this transformation, it did not. Until I did it on purpose, so I can't really count that against it. And there he is in his robot mode. Plug in his guns. Just like that. And yeah. There you go. And we'll set him off to the side. And we'll transform him. So, pretty much the same thing going on here. So, flip this back. These do accordion. I don't know what the purpose serves on that, but they do. And you can take this, flip this back, and then this will come up. And then untab the wings, fold these panels here out. And then we can just kind of has to work a certain way, so it's like it definitely was engineered for the first one, and then this one was the second in line for that engineering, and it's like not as smooth. So flip those feet down, close the legs back up. Rotate that down, so like that. Flip out the foot. And I don't know why it's not tabbing in. I guess it did tab in somewhere. Like I said, it's not as refined as the other one. So flip out the arms, same automorph feature on those. Extend the hands. Just make sure these don't rotate. Flip this out. Flip up the head. Flip this back. Just like that. And then we can take this, fold this up like this, and this. These pieces will fold up and like that. There we go. Just tab those in. And there you go. So these guys, they're pretty good. But they do seem like they're just more balanced on the back piece than they are actually on the foot, because they are a little back heavy. So just, you know, that's a little bit obnoxious, but it's kind of a nitpick at this point. Heads, ball joints, so you get the all the way up like this, left and right. There is a hinge in there too, so it kind of have to work around that a little bit. Well, it looks pretty good. Face sculpt is pretty good. Face sculpt on him is pretty good. So, did a pretty good job on these guys. Shoulders, universal swivels, hinges in and out. See, they don't have all those extra little hinges in there. They don't need it. Hinges up and down, swivel, bends at the elbow. Not a good bend. Decent one. Nothing at the wrist except for the in and out, which is fine with me because it's too small to have a wrist swivel. Does have a waist swivel, does get caught up a little bit in the back, but that's okay. Those get up out of the way, so up to there, back to there, out to the side. Universals instead of ball joints. Thigh swivel, that's super tight. Don't like that. Bends at the knee. Foot is on... There's a hinge here, and then it's also on the ball joint, so you get the rocker and the tilt. But yeah, these guys are, like I said, pretty darn good. I don't really have any other Legends figures to do scale comparison to, so the ones I do are all in combined mode, so I'm not going to take them apart just for that. But here they are with the other two teammates. So you can see how they look. And it's just night and day, These guys look like they have those big barrel chests, and they just look awful. So does my camera when I have everything onto the left. So whereas these two I gave a 3 out of 10. They are that bad. I do not like him. I'm going to give him a 9. He is a really solid figure. If you're a Legends collector, or you're just, wanting to buy stuff, something fun to flip around, I would highly recommend him. He's good. At $50, it's a bit pricey, but that's okay. It's we get what we pay for it. Sometimes. Sometimes we get good stuff. Sometimes we get bad stuff. Anyway, so yeah, he's a 9 out of 10. Really like him. I think he's a solid figure. Great effort on Zeta. Kudos to them for that one. Him, on the other hand, he's almost as good, but he's not as refined. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. They could have refined him a little bit better, but he's still pretty close. Miles ahead of these two. So I don't know if these guys came out and they learned a lot of lessons and then made these guys, or if they made these guys and just blew their load and just like, well, we don't have any other ideas, so let's just put out crap. It's like, why didn't you just do these guys again? Share the engineering. I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine when you have figures that share engineering or heavy retools of each other. When it's like this, you could barely tell. I can only tell really because I'm transforming them, and so I've got my hands on them and I'm messing with them, and they transform exactly the same. I have no problems with that at all whatsoever. It's when the Combine War stuff happened, where they're just like, well, First Aid was a van, so that means we can make him a pickup truck, and then we can also make him every other van transformer ever. Just like in every pickup truck ever. And it's like, okay, that just got extreme, stupid, real quick. Or how, their aerial bots would be like, the two arm bots were identical, they just had different heads, and you had to buy one exclusive and the other one wasn't. It was just stupid. Stupid the way they did it. But it's like, I'm fine with sharing engineering if we get quality figures like this. Like, if they look great. If they look like shit, So yeah, so far we've got 2 bots that are hits and 2 bots that are misses, so we're about 50-50. So we'll see what Silverbolt brings to the table, and then Superion. But not today. Soon. Next week, I think this one's going up Friday, so yeah, next Monday we'll do Silverbolt, and then Wednesday will be Superion, and then I've got some other things to look at after that. And yeah, I guess that's all I got for this at the moment. So yeah,